Every morning, the city moves with purpose. Lights change, doors open, people walk fast. From a distance, it looks like progress, and Smith believed he was part of that progress. He had a job. He earned consistently. He handled his responsibilities. Nothing dramatic was wrong, but nothing was truly improving either. And that quiet truth is harder to notice than obvious failure. There's a version of being broke that doesn't look like struggle. It looks stable. The paycheck arrives, bills are paid, life continues. No crisis, no debt collectors, no public embarrassment, just a quiet pattern. Money enters and disappears just as smoothly, not wasted recklessly, just absorbed by everything that feels normal. Smith never felt irresponsible. He wasn't overspending wildly. He wasn't chasing luxury. But comfort has a cost. Convenience has a cost. And small upgrades, repeated monthly, become permanent expenses. A better apartment, more subscriptions, frequent takeout after long days. Each choice felt deserved. None of them felt dangerous. That's how lifestyle drift works. Income increased slightly over time, but so did everything else. Rent adjusted, spending adjusted, expectations adjusted. And somehow, every raise changed nothing, because growth in income without growth in discipline doesn't create progress. It creates maintenance. Smith wasn't building wealth. He was maintaining comfort. And maintenance rarely moves you forward. The pressure wasn't loud. It showed up at the end of each month. A smaller remaining balance than he expected, a hesitation before checking his account, a subtle tension when thinking about the future. Not panic, just awareness that one emergency could disrupt everything. That's when stability starts to feel fragile. One night, he didn't distract himself. No scrolling, no background noise, just silence and a notebook. For the first time, he wrote down everything: fixed expenses, variable costs, automatic deductions, even the small purchases he barely remembered making. Seeing the total felt different than estimating it. Clarity removes comfort from denial. The number wasn't catastrophic. That wasn't the problem. The problem was realization. His income wasn't too small. His awareness was. Money had direction, just not intentional direction. It flowed automatically into habits he never questioned, and what you don't question quietly controls you. That night, he wrote one sentence. Know exactly where your money goes. Not roughly, not emotionally. Exactly. Because money unmanaged doesn't stay. It disperses. And when every dollar already belongs somewhere else, you never experience ownership. You only experience rotation. That realization changed something in him. He didn't react with extremes. No dramatic budget overhaul. No sudden deprivation. Extremes create burnout. Instead, he made small adjustments. One unused subscription paused. One weekend meal cooked at home. One purchase delayed by 24 hours. Tiny changes. But tiny changes interrupt patterns, and interrupted patterns create space. For the first time, money didn't feel automatic. It felt directed. He noticed how often he spent to relieve stress, how often convenience replaced intention. Awareness slowed him down, and slowing down revealed choice. He realized discipline isn't restriction, it's control, and control feels different than earning. The city didn't change, his job didn't change, his income didn't double overnight. But something internal shifted. He stopped asking, "How much did I make?" and started asking, "How much did I keep?" That single question reshaped his behavior. Retention became more important than appearance. There are two types of broke. The first is obvious, no income, no opportunity. The second is silent. Income exists, but nothing accumulates. Smith had been the silent type, busy, responsible, stable, yet never ahead. Because earning without retaining is motion without progress. Over the next few weeks, small surpluses appeared, not dramatic amounts, but noticeable. A little margin at the end of the month, a little breathing room. That breathing room felt powerful. Not because it impressed anyone, but because it reduced pressure. And reduced pressure creates clarity. Confidence didn't arrive loudly. It arrived quietly. The same subway rides, the same office building. But internally, he felt different. He wasn't reacting anymore. He was deciding. And decision is the beginning of ownership. Ownership is the beginning of wealth. He understood something simple. Income impresses people. Retention builds freedom. Freedom doesn't look flashy. It looks calm. It looks like options. It looks like not panicking when life surprises you. That calm is expensive, and it's built slowly. Smith didn't become rich that month. Nothing dramatic happened, but he stopped drifting. He stopped upgrading automatically. He stopped confusing comfort with progress. And that shift from unconscious spending to intentional direction was the true beginning. Because being broke isn't always about income. Sometimes it's about awareness.